Oh, are we going back to last year?
Last year, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
2-1 against Minnesota, 2-1 against Seattle. I mean, it's just.
Oh yeah, no, I
It's a
didn't know
big
we were.
role.
I didn't know we were
I know.
rewinding the last year.
But
All
you
right.
guys have done a good
Yeah.
job of stewing back some
Yeah.
3 of those 4 series.
Yeah. I mean, it's not ideal, Mike. We know that, and it's definitely not the plan. Um, some of those, they're all different.
Yeah.
Some of those game ones we played well enough to win. Some of them we didn't. Um, we just that is the situation, and we got to deal with it. So we've got to make sure we respond and have a good game too, and I have no doubt we will.
Does the history help respond?
Yeah, I think, one thing about our group, I don't think we've ever been overwhelmed by the situation. Even looking, if you want to talk about last year, we were down 3-0 to Vegas, got it to a game 6 here at home. So, I don't think this group's overwhelmed by any situation. And, it's one game. We lost in overtime that we could have won, too. So, I think a little early for the skies falling, and, we'll rebound and move forward.
You mentioned last night some scores and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to go through it this morning. It seems like there's some guys that need to finish their
Yeah.
chances, and there's some guys that need to generate more.
Yeah,
I looked at Seguin, Duchesne, Stankoven, like they need to finish.
yeah,
It's, what else do you need?
yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think there's definitely some guys that go in different categories there for sure. Listen, Vegas, the Vegas series, no one's 5-5 numbers are going to look good, including theirs. I mean Hurdle and like Stone and they got some power play stuff, but that's just that you got two teams there that there isn't any room, and if you weren't scoring on the power play, it was tough sledding for everybody. So, I think this series is a little bit different, and I think there's a responsibility on our forward group to be more of a difference maker in this series and take some pressure off our D. And on the D thing, I know there's a lot of drama around it. I mean, if we were dressing 11-7 and overplaying some forwards a few more minutes a game, we don't get all those questions either. I think Miro played around the same as Taves and McCarr last night. I mean, that's you're one game into the second round of the playoffs. So, I don't quite get the drama about this. We're not playing 4. It's for me it's similar to there's been a lot of teams over the past. I think Tampa's been famous for dressing 11-7 and loading up some of their key guys. It is what it is. You do what you have to do with your roster to try and give yourself a chance to win this time of year.
I want you always like 40 on the way.
Exactly. And we've talked about that because they beat us with 4D.
I don't want to see one guy been curious.
Yeah.
Hit sleep.
Yeah.
You don't know which one this time of year, but
Yeah.
he doesn't look like the same player to me he was last year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to ask this. Like, what can you do to get him going? What
Yeah.
needs to happen? Right? Warsaw.
Well, I guess what I would say is you a lot of times you don't know the whole story, and I'm not going to give you the whole story. But what I will say is he's not alone in that boat. I mean, the strength of our team all year has been if Rupe Hinn's line doesn't score, then Matt Duchesne's line score. If Matt Duchesne's line doesn't score, then Wyatt Johnson's line scores. If none of those guys score, our fourth line scores. So, this isn't on Rupe Hinn's. We've got our depth has to show up in this series.
Obviously, some positive last night. It's such a close game. And I thought that, Tanev on the big line, that's really good moments.
Yeah.
Matchup that you're chasing. I mean, he was off the ice for the kid's goal, but you haven't always chased over the years. So
Yeah.
you're making a point here. And he's,
Yeah, Tanev's been invaluable for us. I think in order to chase some of that stuff, it's personnel based. You have to have guys you think it's worth chasing for those that are that effective. I've had guys. We had Mark Edward Vlasic, you know, and Justin Braun is a pair in San Jose, you know, that consistently played against McKinnon and McDavid, and we would chase that because they were really effective at it. So, you know, I think, you know, Chris Tanev is an effective guy in those type of roles.
I know it's off day, but any injury updates? Have we seen anything better from Mason? I mean, he seems really close.
Really close, really close. I would call him game time tomorrow. So, you know, some good positive stuff there. We'll see. And
Has he been skating with the team?
he's not skating with the team. No, not yet. So that'll be the next step.
Coach, doing a story on Radek.
Yeah,
Talk to me about your first impressions of him and what he's meant to this team this season.
yeah. Well, Radek's, you know, he's a lifetime Dallas Star. Drafted, developed, played here. You know, he's got a history with Steve Spott, my assistant coach. He was his junior coach when he first came over from Czech Republic when he was 17 years old. So Spotter's known him, you know, basically since he's been a teenager and followed him. You know, so when you get here, you realize how important he is to the group and to the dressing room. You know, we asked him to play a different role than he played under Rick Bowness. You know, Rick Bowness used him, you know, as a matchup guy against all the team's best players, and he played a lot of minutes a night doing that. And we asked him to take a little bit less in a different role, and he's the consummate team guy. And he's done that, and you know, he's a big part of the fabric of what we do here, even though maybe he's not, you know, playing as much every night or in the lineup every night, you know, as he might have been 5 years ago.